Alright, good day everyone. So today we will discuss our day 2, which is our statistics and probability subject, no? And then we will discuss title muna and objectives. First, our lesson title is we will illustrating a random variable and probability distribution. Our lesson objectives, you are expected to illustrate a random variable, discrete and continuous, and distinguish between a discrete and a continuous random variable, and then illustrate a probability distribution. All right, and compute the probability distribution as well. Okay, so let's start with a random variable. Random variable, oops. Okay, random variable is a variable whose value is determined by chance. It is usually denoted by a capital letter such as P of X or P of Y. It deals with an entity that varies in value and whose behavior is governed by chance. Okay, a random variable the class it is a numerical value. Okay, numerical value or numerical quantity that is assigned to the outcome of an experiment, no? So, or numerical value nga, kung numerical value nga na-assign siya sa atong mga outcomes or results sa isa ka experiment. Okay? So, number ni siya. And then now, sa next slide nato, we will discuss the types of random variables or giunsa to pagkuha ang isa ka number. Naday types, no? Naday types para makuha ang isa ka numerical value. And then, these are the example. The first type of random variable is a discrete random variable. A discrete random variable is a random variable that can assume at most a finite or a countable number of possible values. So, kanilang inyong dapat i-remember di class. If we are talking about discrete random variable, nakuha daw nimo ang isa ka number or nakuha nimo ang isa ka value through counting. Okay? Kung may kag finite or finite, it means maihap ni siya or countable number manggod. So kung nakuha nimo ang isa ka butang or isa ka numero or isa ka value through counting, then that is an example of discrete random variable. Okay? So we have an example here. The experiment here is to get the sum of the spots on 2 dice. Okay, so if we're talking about sum, meaning i-add nimo tanan spots daw sa 2 dice. So para may balaan nimo pila tanan spots sa 2 dice, unsa man imong buhaton ana para may balaan nimo pila ang spots sa 2 dice? You are going to count, right? Imo siyang ihapon. Kay since nakuha nimo ang isa ka sum of the spots of 2 dice gikan sa pag-ihap, then that is an example of discrete random variable. Alright? Next type of random variable is continuous random variable. Continuous random variable can assume any value in some interval or intervals of real numbers. It can take any value in the range, such as measurements. Okay. Ang continuous random variable, nakuha nimo ang isa ka number or value through measurements. Alright? So, if we're talking about measurements, usually na gina mga equipment nga ginagamit nato para makuha ang isa ka measurements. Di ba kung sa ruler pa na kung sa kuan pa katason, kuan nimo ang measurement sa katason, pwede na to gamitan na siya og ruler, and then ay equivalent unit for that, which is pwede siya centimeter, millimeters, meters, right? So continuous random variable is nakuha nato ang value or number sa pamaagi nga nag-measure. Right, let's have an example if you really understand our topic for today. So first, let's identify if the given example is discrete or continuous. Okay, sige. So let's have an example number 1 here. The number of children in a family. Is it an example of discrete random variable or continuous random variable? The correct answer is discrete random variable because you are going to count man the number of children in a family para makuha nimo ang isa ka numero kung pila tanan anak nga pamilya imo siyang ihapon imo siyang nakuha nimo ang isa ka number no sa pamaagi nga nag-ihap ka. So that is an example of discrete random variable. Example number 2, right? The weight of your classmate. Okay. The weight of your classmate, is this discrete or continuous? The correct answer is, it is continuous random variable. Na makuha nimo ang weight sa imong classmate sa pamaagi nga mga mag-measure ta, no? So, kailangan ta magamit og weighing scale ani, and then the unit nga pwede nga possible nga magamit nato kay kilograms or pwede pa siya pounds, right? So the weight of your classmate is an example of continuous because nakuha nato ang number or ang numero sa weight sa imong classmate through measurement. Alright? So, manita ako tong answers. Sige, next. Example number 3, that is number 3. The falling raindrops. Is it an example of discrete random variable or continuous? The correct answer is continuous random variable. For today, for this era na sila ginagamit nga equipment para ma-measure nila ang raindrops sa earth. Ilang ginagamit ang mga scientists or the mga weather staffs para ma-measure nila apil gani ang kuan kung unsa ka baga ba na ang kuan droplets sa isa ka ulan. So na sila mga measurement or ang volume or kabug-aton kung unsa ka kusog ang ulan. So na sila measurement para ana. So this is an example of continuous. Example number 5. The number of your ex-boyfriend and ex-girlfriend. Kailangan pa ba ni sila pang ihapon? Okay, the number of your ex-boyfriend and ex-girlfriend. Is that a discrete or continuous? The correct answer is, okay, discrete random variable. So, para mahibalaan nimo pila na dining agi nimo nga uyab, kailangan nimo siya ihapon. So, na discrete random variable siya kay nakuha nimo ang isa ka numero sa isa ka butang sa pamaagi nga nag-ihap ta. Okay? Now, kindly pause this video please because for your attendance, please comment how many X's you had in your life. So, comment it on our Google Classroom. Okay, so pause ang video at sa Google Classroom, i-comment kung pila ka ex-boyfriend and ex-girlfriend ang nasa imo. Kung wala kay mga ex, kay nag-school ragid ko, balay, and then balay, school ragid ko, church, wala dyan ko mga uyab, then 0. Kung na isa, idi 1. Kung naay 2, idi 2. Kung naay napulo, idi ikaw na. Okay, pause. Alright, so the falling raindrops continues, no? And then the number of your ex-boyfriend and ex-girlfriend or your exes is an example of discrete random variable. Okay, let's proceed to computing probabilities, the discrete case. Okay, we're going to compute the probability gamit sa discrete case. Okay, kung yung kag discrete, di ba, nakuha na tong isa ka number through counting. So, Dapat sa discrete case lang atong gamiton. So, by count, nakuha na tong isa ka number through counting, diyan na to kuhaan og probability. Okay? Now, probability na atong topic. So, what is a probability? Let's review muna. What is a probability? Okay, in your own words or in my own words, probability, word lang ta ha, keyword lang ta. Probability is about chances, about possibilities. Kung sa kadako ang chance nimo, kung sa kagamay ang chance, kung nabay possibility nga mahitabo or nabay possibility nga dili mahitabo. Right? So here, if we are going to compute probabilities, so let's define muna the symbol here or the mga notation. No? Let x be a discrete random variable. The discrete probability function f for x is given by a function which is f of x is equal to p. P means probability of x, a random variable, is equal to lowercase x. A random variable is denoted by a capital X. Okay, so one itong random variable and observe numerical value of x by a lowercase x. Alright, sige. Now, we have properties of probabilities here. So, first property here is f of x daw nimo is greater than or equal to 0 for each real number. Or your probability nimo class kay is equal to 0. Ang probability nimo pwede ka mo answer, pwede siya mo equal to 0 imong probability. Pero pwede po siya greater than 0. So pwede ka mo lapas sa 0 imong answer sa probability. But in a property number 2, it says here that the summation of your x f of x is equal to 1. Meaning, kung ipang-add daw nimo tanan probabilities nga imong nakuha, dapat pinakadako ra gyud nga tubag ana class kay 1. In short, if we are talking about probabilities, kanila yung dapat i-remember. Pinakagamay nga pwede gyud nimo ma-answer kung probability kay 0 ug ang pinakadako nga numero nga pwede nimo mabutang sa imong answer kung gipangutana kag probability kay 1. Okay? So, pinakagamay nga answer, balik ko na ako, if you are being asked about probability, then pinakagamay nga answer is 0, ang pinakadako nga answer kay 1. And you can also answer the numbers between 0 and 1. Natnabi tayo mga numbers between 0 to 1 class. Natay 1/4 or that is 0.25. Ang decimal number sa 1/4, 0.25. Iyang percentage kay 25%. Napod tay 1/2. Pwede ka mo tubag 1/2. Ang decimal number ana kay 0.50 or 50%. And then naapod tay 3/4. Pwede ka mo tubag og 3/4 ha. Pwede pud ka mo tubag ani ang decimal number ani kay 0.75. Ang percentage niya kay 75%. Pwede pud ka mo tubag og 0.30 or 30%. Pwede ka mo tubag og 0.51, 51%. Pwede pud ka mo tubag og 0.83 or 83%. As long as nasulod siya between 0 and 1. Alright? So, mo na siya ang about chances, no? Kung 0 means impossible daw. Ang chance nimo kay wala gyud, as in imong chance kay 0. So, let's have an example. Kato siya, kani si crush, okay? Nakay-feeling sa iya, then gusto na gyud nimo siya i-confess, kay di na gyud ka kaagwantan, no? Kay love na gyud daw kay nimo siya, hala, sige, go. And then, yung anak ka kang crush nga, crush, love di ka, ikaw, love ba ko nimo? And then, gitubag ka ni crush og probably, probably, but yet probably daw nga love kaniya. So mo nang question diha, unsa man nga ang meaning sa probably? Meaning ana chance na siya. Probably love kaniya, so going ka diri sa certain, probably dili pud kanya love. So paingon ka diri sa impossible. Na ang question lang is pila man ang chance nimo nga love kaniya. So ayaw gyud pangutana og love ko nimo kay na broad kay na siya nga tubag. Dapat kung nakay crush din gusto nimo mangutana sa iya kung kuan, mangutana sa iya, magpa-impress daw ka sa iya. Then gusto ka makabalo kung unsa may chance na kun ani niya, sugton ba ko niya ani or dili. Pangutana siya nga, crush, love di ka. Ako, pila ka percent nga love ko nimo? Na kay klaro gid kay na class. Kung giignan ka og 50% love di ka, 50% ay bayet, delikado. Nakasatunga-tunga no. Pero if yung tubag niya kay love man Japon ti ka pero napa sa mga 75% carry ra kay dool nagdako na pud kay na nga chance class. Kung sagrado papasar na, pasar na siya. So dool na siya sa certain. So ing ana gyud ha dapat kwan gyud na gyud kay numero nga ihatag sa imong crush para makabalo ka asa ka mo lugar sa imong feelings. Tak ganun. Alright? Sige. So, let's compute probabilities. To compute the probability, here is the formula. The probability of an event happening is equal to number of ways it can happen divided by total number of outcomes. Okay, let's have an example. Okay, tossing a coin. So, let's have this one. When a coin toss, so isa lang ka kuan ha, isa lang ka coin. Kung namoy coin di sa inyo ha, karon kung asa man mo karon, tanawan ng coin, isa lang piso or 5 or Gs or 20 ba nga coin, basta coin nga naay heads and tail. So there are two possible outcomes. Kung tag possible outcomes, unsa may posible mo gawas kung mag-toss kag coin? Posible ang mo gawas kay heads. Sakto, uy mo itos ang coin. Posible pod ang mugawas kay tails. So, kung kaning piso, isa lang ka coin, asa man ako ni ibutang ni diri sa kuan sa atong formula. So, ang imong kuan, possible outcomes, mao na imong total number of outcomes. Alright? So, pila man kabuk ang possible outcomes. Possible mo gawas kay head. Possible mo gawas kay tail. So, naatay, duha. So, imo na ibutang diri total number of outcomes kay 2. Okay? Nana kay 2. Karon unsa man ang kuan, number of ways it can happen, ma'am. Unsa man ako ibutang sa numerator? Kung kani numerator, kay numerator kani kay denominator total number of outcomes pero kabalo naman ko ani ma'am nga kaning total number of outcomes kay possible outcomes then which is kung kaning example kay na ako'y 2 diri so 2 na akong denominator unsa man ko ibutang sa numerator karon ang imong numerator class kay number of ways it can happen depende siya sa pangutana kung akong question sa imo kay what is the probability nga ang mugawas kay head? Oh, mugawas kay head. Pila day kabuk head sa isa ka coin? Na isa. Okay. Oh, so ang answer nimo kay 1/2. So 1/2. Kung kuan pa, kung i-percentage nimo ni, imo ni i-percent kay fraction man ni. Kung imong decimal ta, 1/2. Kung imo ni i-decimal number, 0.50. Kung imo ni i-percentage, may mo siyang 50%. Alright? Okay, how about kung mangutan kog tails? Oh, number of ways it can happen kay 1 yapon. Kay sa isa ka coin, inaraman tay isa ka tail. Over 2. Kay kung pila tanan, posible nga manggawas. So, mo na siya ang atong formula. Alright? Sige, let's have another example. Kani. There are 5 marbles in a bag. 4 are blue and 1 is red. Okay, di ba 5 ka julin sa isa ka bag. Ang upat kay color blue, ang isa kay red. Now the question, focus on the question. What is the probability that a blue marble gets picked? Karon, sige, question. How many possible outcomes nga naa sa ato? Sa may posible nga manggawas, posible mo gawas kay isa ka red, di ba? Posible mo gawas isa ka blue na sad, isa ka blue, antod mo 4 ka blue. Pila man ni tanan di ay 4 plus 1, 5. So natay 5 possible outcomes. So mao to imong ibutang sa imong denominator. Now ang question man kay what is the probability that a blue marble gets picked? Focus on the blue marble. pila day ka blue nga marble ang naa sa ato? Natay 4. So, ang atong probability kay 4 over 5. So, nara. Number of ways it can happen, 4. Kay 4 man ka blue in the bag. Then, total number of outcomes, 5. Nga naman, kay there are 5 marbles in total. And then, so, probability, blue marble atong gibutang diri because the question is about blue marble is equal to number of ways it can happen, which is 4. And then total numbers of outcomes, which is 5. So 4 over 5 in decimal number na to kay 0.8 or 0.80 or this is 80%. Alright? Sige. Next. How about this one? In tossing 3 coins, o kani tulo na ka piso or 5 ba kaha, sige. In tossing 3 coins, list all the possible outcomes. Then let X, the random variable, be number of head in a toss. Write the corresponding probabilities. Okay. I-list sa nato tanan possible outcomes. So, posible mo gawas no kung itos nato dungan, dapat dungan ang tulo ka coins. Okay. So, pag dungan itos nato ang coins, possible ang mo gawas kay tulo ka heads, di ba? Tulo ka heads. Posible pod isa ka tail, dayon duha ka head. Posible pod mo gawas kay duha ka head o isa ka tail. Or pwede pod no, duha ka tail gauna, dayon isa ka head. Or head, tail, head, tail, head, tail. Or head, tail, tail, dayon tail tanan. So, mao ni sila ang possible outcomes no kung itos nato ang 3 coins dungan. Now, the question here is, we let X, the random variable, be number of heads in a toss. So, kailangan nato kuhaan og probability kung pila ang probability sa number of heads kung itos ang tulo ka coin. So, here, since the number of heads that can appear in a toss are 0, 1, 2, and 3, here is the probability function distribution of X. So here, number of head, which is X. Then probability nato ang answer, probability. Sige. Number of head kay 0. Naa ba? Number of head kay 0, meaning wala yung head nga ning gawas. Pila ka buok? Na ay isa. Right? So, 1 natay isa no. So, 1. Pero unsa man itong denominator, pila tanan possible outcomes? Naatay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, naatay 1 over 8. So, mao na itong probability. So, kung decimal number na, sulod ba na siya sa class? 0 to 1? Unsa man na siya kung decimal number? Naatay 0.125. So, sulod siya sa atong probability probability line nga 0 to 1. Sige, next. Number of head kay isa lang. Dapat isa lang. Na ba? 1. 2. Isa lang dapat ka head. 3. So, 1, 2, 3. So, 3 ang atong numerator. Ug atong denominator, pila ang possible outcomes. So, pila man itanan atay 8. So, 3 over 8. Okay, how about this one? Number of head kay 2. Dapat 2 lang ang head. Pila ka buo? 1, 2, 3. O, 2 lang ka head. Naa dire. So, naay 3 ka buok. So, naatay 3 over 8. Next, number of head kay tulo. Tulo gid ka head. So, naatay isa. Isa ka buok. So, naatay 1 over 8. So, mao na din atong answer sa atong probability. And this is now our final answer. So, mao na ito siya atong probability. So, yeah, that's it. If you have questions, kindly ask your teacher through Messenger. Alright, so thank you everyone. Hope you learned about our topic for today. 감사합니다. arigatou gozaimasu. Kapun ka.